Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for another week of story time. I'm Mr. Garrett, and we're going to get started with our weather forecast. So you can get your weather felt pieces ready. We'll do the weather together. So the forecast for Thursday morning this week is supposed to be sunny. So you find your sun and put it up in the blue sky. We also have our green grass down here. And what about clouds? Are we going to have any clouds on Thursday? I don't know. The forecast says it's just going to be sunny, so last week we had some clouds and even some stormy clouds, but probably just blue sky this week. And finally, we have our tree. And what's missing from our tree? What do we have to add to the tree? Leaves, yeah. So we have our leaves that were growing during the spring, and then all summer we had the leaves. We make everything very green. So you walk outside, you can see how the trees are doing. So look outside the window and see if our forecast came true this week. And if it changes, if it starts to rain, you can move things around, add clouds and stuff, and do your weather window every day. All right, now we're going to do our story. All right, so the story for this week is called Arlo Draws an Octopus. Words by Lori Mortensen, pictures by Rob Sayegh Jr. So who do you think is Arlo in this picture? Our main character. Yeah, right down here. Yeah, it looks like he's drawing little tentacles of an octopus. We even have a real octopus up here, too. Wonder if he'll make an appearance as well. Right, so let's see what this book is about. Ooh, look, on the inside cover, you can see that the tentacle of the octopus is drawing something, too. So maybe they both draw something. Special thank you to Abrams Books for young readers for letting us read the book today. All right, ready? One day, quite unexpectedly, Arlo decided to draw an octopus. Look, he's racing through the door, and it looks like he has like crayon marks kind of going through the air. So I think it's a sign that he has drawing on his mind. He's excited to draw something. He could have drawn anything, mind you. Dandelions, dump trucks, Aunt Tallulah's pet alligator. Ooh. Aunt Tallulah sounds like an interesting person, just a pet alligator. But the truth of it was, Arlo liked octopuses. He liked their big round heads, he liked their squiggly arms, he liked all those little suction cups. Arlo picked up a crayon and began drawing the head. Whoa. Yeah, a lot of really interesting parts of an octopus that he's going to include. He's thinking of all the details that he's going to put in his picture. But as he drew, much to his surprise, the head did not look like a head. It looked more like a hill. A tall, silly hill. This was not supposed to happen. He doesn't like how the head came out. Next, Arlo drew the octopus's arms. 8 squiggly arms. But strangely enough, the arms did not look like arms. They looked like roads that went everywhere and nowhere, all at the same time. Yeah, what do you see when you look at this picture? Do you see roads or do you see tentacles? Oh, I guess it could be either one. Kind of the same shape. Arlo was discouraged. Oh, he crossed it out. In spite of the fact that he was most certainly drawing an octopus, his drawing did not look like an octopus. Something was terribly wrong. Maybe, he thought, I am not an octopus drawer. Some people weren't, you know. Look. Just kind of sitting, thinking. Like Birdie wasn't a popcorn catcher. Rupert was the worst cartwheeler. Aw, he's trying, though. And Winnie, her paper airplanes didn't stand a chance. Well, where did the airplane go? Can you see? Yeah, bonked her in the back of the head. However, since Arlo had already started his drawing, it seemed only right to finish. Yeah, I think he should finish it. See how it comes out. By the time Arlo drew all those little suction cups, he wasn't at all surprised when he ended up with a bazillion bubbles that floated right off the page. I hate drawing octopuses, he said. Oh, yeah, this drawing is really getting away from him, huh? Look how he's feeling. I think he's feeling. He's kind of sad, and look all the stuff behind him, like all the squiggly stuff. I think that's kind of a sign that maybe that's what his mind is like right now. Maybe he's like really confused and kind of not sure what to think, kind of overwhelmed maybe. The more Arlo thought about it, the more perturbed he became. Yeah, the more upset and confused he became. Arlo glared at his despicable drawing. If this was the way his drawing was going to turn out, then he was never going to draw an octopus ever again. And to show that he meant business, Arlo wadded up his octopus disaster piece and threw it as hard as he could. He threw it all the way there. However, since he'd been taught not to litter, Arlo walked over to retrieve his drawing. Now he's going over to get it. So he walked all the way here. And look, what do you notice here? What do you see on top of his head? Yeah, a rain cloud. Yeah, sometimes in cartoons, a character who's sad has some rain clouds over him. Or her. Yeah, sometimes that's kind of how you feel, right? When you're sad, sometimes you feel like, there's not actually rain coming down, but sometimes you kind of feel a little cloudy, a little, in the dark. Hey, this isn't mine. Did you draw this? Who's he talking to? Octopus, yeah. And the octopus said, hey, this isn't mine. Did you draw this? Oh, so Octopus did draw something. Just like we saw at the beginning. Let's see. Arlo was astounded. He's surprised. And to be fair, so was the octopus. For even though they knew that their own drawing was a disaster, they were equally certain that the drawing they found on the floor was surprisingly delightful. And they said together, I like it. So they're looking at each other's paint drawings, and they really like them. Are we going to get to see what their drawings look like? Let's see. Yeah, look, this is the drawing that the octopus did. Looks a lot like Arlo. Arlo told the octopus how he loved the striped shirt and the shoes that looked just like his. So he noticed all the details that the octopus thought of. And the octopus told Arlo how much he liked all those squiggly arms, and how the drawing looked just like Aunt Zilla. So he has an aunt too. And he even has pictures of his octopus family. So they each noticed and appreciated the details and the thought that went into the pictures. Arlo concluded that maybe his drawing was very much okay after all. And so was Arlo. And that gave him an idea. A big idea. The truth of it was... what do you think his new idea is going to be? Gonna draw something else? Let's see. Arlo liked elephants too. Look at all those elephants. Trying a lot of different ways too. They all look a little different. And look who's making a little guest appearance. The elephant, yeah, and he wrote the end. Nice. I'm glad Arlo didn't get discouraged. I'm glad he kept drawing and trying different things. So that's what you gotta do, especially when you're making art. So I'm glad he kept enjoying making art. All right, so now if you have your materials for this week's craft, you can take that out now. We're gonna do this shape activity together, and we're gonna do some drawing. So if you have one of these, you can take it out. If you don't, you can take some paper and some crayons, and we're gonna do the activity together. So in your packet this week, you'll notice that you have a bunch of shapes. Actually, 2 different kinds of shapes, each in 3 different colors. So we have one shape. You know what shape this is, right? Circle, yeah. And another shape, what does this look like? It's 4 sides, but it's not quite a square. It's a trapezoid, yeah. So we have blue, green, brown trapezoid, and blue, green, and brown circle. So I figured, you know how in the story Arlo was, he started with a circle for the head of the octopus? So I figured we could use the shapes as the beginning of a picture and then draw the rest of it. Because when you draw, a lot of times when you draw things, you kind of use basic shapes, right? When you draw draw a person, sometimes you draw a circle to start as the head. So when artists do drawing, a lot of times they use basic shapes like this. So let's first try an octopus together. So you can choose whichever color circle you want us to start with. I think I'm going to start with the blue. We'll do one example together, and then I'm going to do a few other ones, and you can start to do yours too. So if you have a glue stick, you can glue your blue circle up in a piece of paper in the corner. If you don't have a glue stick, you can just put it here. And let's see, now what do we have to add to make this an octopus? We have the head, and what was the other thing that Arlo drew in the story? The tentacles, yeah. And we're going to do 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to make them a little thicker so I can put the suction cups on. But you can do however you want to do it. There we go. Remember, Arlo did all those great details in the story. You can add the suction cups and everything. There we go. So we'll do that. So that's my octopus. And now I can use these other shapes as ideas for what else I could draw. So think of what you want to draw next. And I'm going to do the same. I think I might want to do something with this. Actually, I think I'm going to do something with this one, the brown trapezoid. Because when I look at this, I think of an owl. So I think I'm actually going to I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to do this one. But you can do your own picture and think of what you want to draw. So this will be the top of my owl. And I'm just going to use a brown crayon to kind of finish the bottom like this. So then maybe like that. Just do kind of like a darker brown on the outside where the feathers are, and then the belly can be a little lighter. Alright, and then an owl is a bird, so what does the owl need? Some wings, yeah. So I'm going to do some wings on the side. I'm going to add some talons down here so you can grab onto the branch. And it's going to add little feathers up there that look like horns. And owls have very interesting faces, so I'm going to draw some details on the face. I'm going to draw some big eyes like this. And, of course, for birds we need wings and we need a beak. Yeah, so I'm going to add a little beak like this. That's my owl. So we have all these other ideas that you can do. Maybe you'll make one of the green ones into some kind of reptile. Or maybe, let's see, maybe this one could be a cat. Blue imaginary cat. So keep thinking of ideas and use your shapes on different pieces of paper and just add details. And the more details you can think of, you make your picture really interesting. So I hope you enjoyed that activity. So next week we'll be back at the same time, 10:30 on Thursday on our YouTube channel. We'll have a new book that we're going to read called Little Tug by Stephen Savage. So you can tell what kind of boat this is, right? Tugboat, yeah. So we're going to read this next week. We'll have a craft bag of materials that you can pick up at the library starting today for next week. So stop by and say hi, get some books, get some of our summer learning bags. You can bring those home. And I hope to see everyone really soon. Hope you have a really nice weekend. Take care, everyone.